hell yeah, and we're on the spot.
Second favorite band.
I know my first favorite.
Led Zeppelin would be my second favorite.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Metallica. My first favorite is Slay.
First favorite is Van Halen. Yeah, I'll go with Zeppelin. Zeppelin's a good second favorite.
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah is my second favorite band.
Hell no.
Fuck yeah.
Why is the feeling of loss like a welcome home?
That's what I was going to say. Seems like loss happens so often. It's almost
Get
like
used
somebody
to it.
walking in going, welcome home.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of the whole idea behind that.
Very familiar feeling.
It's a very familiar feeling. Too familiar. Probably Moth,
Moth's
Hush, Welcome Home. Then you got the Bang, you got the Slammers too.
Love Falls, dude.
Love Falls.
Was a big one. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Too many.
You wouldn't know it was a big one for us back in the day.
Still a big song.
Still a big song.
I think we would have to do 3 tracks that kind of stylistically show all the facets of the band. You know, like X is a good one.
X is really good. We kind of pride ourselves on being diverse. We feel like if you have all the tools in the arsenal, you might as well use them. You know, the kind of the whole backstory of us is we just, you know, Tom and I met in 2000, just got on really good, became really good friends. It took us 6 years to bring it to fruition, and then we, because I was doing my thing, he was doing his thing, and you know, we finally had a break at the same time, and then all of a sudden Vinnie comes into the picture, and you know, we just went down there. We didn't have any expectations whatsoever. We just wanted to go in and write. You know, we wanted to make, because music had gotten so about business. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much business surrounding music, and you, even though you're playing it every day, you like kind of lose focus on why you started doing it. You know, so we wanted to bring that back. And I was at a point in my career where I wanted to have fun playing music again. So we didn't have any preconceived notions about what we wanted to be. We just wanted to get together and write. So we just wrote. And I think it's one of, you know, the first album is a very honest record. You know what I mean? Because we didn't care if we got signed or whatever. We just started writing a song. We wrote a couple songs, and all of a sudden we knew we wanted to be more than a side project. We wanted to actually do it. The second record comes around, and we were just trying to keep everything separate, like not being extreme like Mudvayne or Nothing Face and Pantera and stuff like that. So it was kind of more of a rock thing. And then I was like, never really aspired to be a rock singer. I wanted to get back to metal. And then, you know, we started kind of turning the barge around on Band of Brothers, and then started working with Kevin Churko, who's been amazing for us. And
I think
Blood
that
for
would have
Blood
been
was really the staple record for us. Is, you know, we had people exit the band. It was just me, Tom, and Vinnie and Kevin that composed that whole body of work. It's arguably one of my favorite bodies of work I've ever done, still to this day. And you know, just everything from there, from Blood for Blood to Undeniable to Welcome Home, is just really, I think that our staple moment was Blood for Blood. We had a box that sat outside of that first record when we just went down there just to write songs. And we just had this big cabinet box that just sat outside the studio. And whenever anybody would come up with a name, we'd just write it on the box. And then, you know, we'd go in the next day while somebody's writing. We'd just do Google search and stuff like that and see if the names were taken. And then there was a lot of late nights there, you know, drinking and hanging out and stuff.
No.
Where's that talk? And so I remember coming in, and then we would come back in the next day and we would check the box or whatever, because we would cross out anything, you know. So this box was just covered in names. And I'm walking back in the next day to write them down, to go Google search them to see if they were available. And one of the names on them was Hell Yeah. And it was just like,
stood out.
It just stood out. It just jumped out at us because it crosses so many levels. It crosses everything. Everybody says Hell Yeah. You know what I mean? So
free promotion every day.
Yeah. Watching TV or movies or whatever, someone's like, oh, hell yeah, you know.
Yeah. My friends do it all the time in conversation, and then they almost look at you like apologetically. They're like, "You want to get some food? Oh, hell yeah." Oh, sorry, man. I'm like, no, that's great, dude. That's why it's a great band name.
That's cool. We just need to get a royalty for every time somebody says it. That'd be good.
The truth.
Communicating with the real world.
Yeah. The truth. Real life communication.
Unplugging for a minute, and going out and communicating with people, taking walks, and staying off their fucking iPads and iPhones. Be nice to everybody. Just unplug once. Go out and find somebody they don't know and learn something about somebody.
Technology, man.
I think that's the biggest problem.
It's like living your life behind this veil of protection. You know what I mean? It's like people wouldn't say half the shit they say if they said it to somebody. Had to say it to somebody's face. Because if you say it to my face and I'm close enough to hear it, you're probably close enough to get your ass fucking smacked. I just look at people that it's like, you know, if you just lift your head up this much, you're looking at this big stage, you know, but you want to live your life in this 3x5. You know, you're just so fixated on it that you can't even comprehend life without looking at it on the screen. It's like you just, you know, I just almost want to tell people, just like put your phone right here and just move it back and forth by your head so you're actually seeing it and witnessing it.
You can mount your phone on up here so you can still watch the show.
The head cam.
Seriously though, how many times you go to a show and you record a video or whatever, how many times do you actually go back and watch the damn video? You very rarely. You spend all your time filming all this stuff. You're like, oh, it's going to be great. And
you miss the show.
You're missing the show. You're missing the essence of what the show really is, and that's to get together, you know, open your hand and just release. You know what I mean? That's what metal music's about.
And then you miss the peripheral fucking vision of everything that's happening around you too. The fans, other fans. I remember going to concerts when I was younger, and you're almost just as interested at what was going on in the seats as what was happening to stage. It was just like commotion and fun, you know.
The entire Beatles catalog.
Good times, bad times from Zeppelin.
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven.
What songs made the most money ever? That song.
Hotel California.
Yeah, Hotel California. I was going to say that one too.
Yesterday from the Beatles.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's such a fucking great. Hotel California is such a fucking great song.
Yeah, it is. That's a really good song.
Or
Lightning in a bottle, man.
fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. That we constantly fucking party all the time.
I mean, look, there were definitely
those
early days,
days.
man. We've invented a few cocktails, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But every time you just kind of, you know, you just don't do it as much anymore. You kind of grow up a little bit. I mean, we still like to have fun and stuff, but you know, we're definitely not as hardcore party mentality as we used to be.
And that is definitely a conception of us. We just like go ballistic all the time. It's like.
And our music, party music, party metal. You know, it was considered that for a minute, but it took a lot of work to turn that
That's
around.
what we did, but I mean, we were doing it so much then that just there was no way that wasn't gonna carry over and resonate with people. That it was party music because we were fucking partying our asses off in the early days. But
well, we set up in a reputation, that's for darn sure.
That's for damn sure.
We sent a lot of bands home,
pretty fucking high bar,
hurting.
Bands that toured with us used to fucking. Yeah.
Case of the HELLYEAH flu.
Oh yeah.
And I think for me personally, the only normal time of the day is the time I'm on stage, and then after that, it's just a lot of fill in the blanks and boredom, and so you know you entertain each other, you mess with each other, and you know you have fun.
Get out and explore.
We have a good relationship.
Yeah.
And it's very family. I mean, it's literally like living in a fucking tuna can with all your bros. You know what I mean? It's good, but no matter what, it's always because
23 hours a day.
23 hours a day you're alive
You
or
really gotta
living,
figure
and
out.
1 hour a day you get to be alive.
Right.
That's how I kind of say. It's like it's living versus being alive. When you're alive, you're on stage. 22 and a half hours to kill, you know.
Watch the Food Network. And figure out
We're all big foodies.
What new
We're all big
recipes to
cookers.
try,
And
you know.
so it's one of our kind of common things is food and talking about food and shit like that. I know it's about as non-metal as it gets, but fucking everybody's got to eat.
Gotta eat.
Even people that drink out of heavy metal coffee cups. Come celebrate Vinny's life with us.
Yeah.
This is cathartic for us to do this. Vinny was our mentor, our friend, our brother. Long before
Patriarch.
long before I played in a band with him, he taught me a lot about life. And then when I had the opportunity to play in a band with him, he taught me a lot more. And it's about humility and generosity.
Don't
and
sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff and always keep on keeping on. He trained us on how to carry a torch for somebody that had been taken away from us, you know, through his brother. And I think that's one of the reasons HELLYEAH brought him out of his retirement. He saw an opportunity to be able to carry the torch for his brother. And we all looked up to his brother so much too. It was easy for us, but he really did show us how to do it. You know, so 12 years of him educating us on how to fly that metal flag, you know, and carry on a legacy like he did. We feel it's only appropriate for us to do the same for him.
And also be very giving as a human being. You know, one of the things that he had was such a
wonderful, good-natured charisma. People loved to be around him because he loved people and loved to make people happy. And it takes a real special breed of human being to do that, you know, and that's a good life lesson that he set up for all of us for many years, you know, and so.
He was a very selfless,
very selfless human being.
Little did we know that he passed the torch to us.
Yeah, we didn't know this. But now that we're here, keep on keeping on. That's what we got to do. Just our influences are so broad. Just the 4 people sitting on this couch, it's crazy.
I think that's what.
But they still cross. You know?
That's what I was gonna say. I think that's what makes this. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I want to do any other kind of genre. Just I think all of our influences come across in what we do. We all bring that to the table.